Hey guys, this is Fuller. We're back onto the Monk Hero, having a rebalance and a relook at all his cards. I made him about 6 months or so he could definitely use an update. This is all for the Hearthstone mod, by the way, which will be playable for free. Check the description for more details about that. That was a brief preview of it in the deck builder. Here's the actual Monk in game. And by the way, we've got a new board now, so the mod's actually starting to look pretty decent. And we're getting really close to alpha testing now. Anyways, let's go on to hero Chen the Monk. So first off, the hero power. This got completely changed. Now we have Jab. It gives your hero +1 attack this turn, and if you kill by attacking into something, then restore 2 health to your hero. So similar to Druid and Rogue's hero power, this is really good at finishing off 1 health targets, as you get 2 health back. Slightly more value in that area, but outside that it's worse. You don't gain a free armor or a second durability on a 1/1 weapon. I built a lot of cards around this hero power. Now a lot of you messaged me saying look at Amaz's hero, so I had a look. There were some really cool ideas. I took a few, the best ones, and merged them with my old Monk hero to produce what I think is the funnest hero for the mod. So as for the hero mechanic, we now have a new one as well. It's a combination of the old Meditate and Amaz's Focus. My old one I thought was too slow and hard to make competitive. If you look at cards like Corruption and that Pagel, they're never used. Amaz's one, it encouraged you to empty your hand quickly to meet the focus requirement, almost like Rogue combo, and I wanted a slower, more control type mechanic. So here we have it, Meditate 2. Activate an ability if you have mana left over. So if I play a card and still have mana left over, it then activates. This really fits a slow control type theme, which I wanted for the Monk, as opposed to a fast aggro tempo theme. By all means, let me know what you think, and let's go on to the cards. The first one is Drunken Brawler. It's a remake of the Drunken Wanderer, and I believe Amaz made a very similar one after as well. For 2 mana, it's 3/2 with Battle Cry, give your hero a Tasty Brew. A Tasty Brew is basically a banana, 1 mana, give a minion +1/+1. So a nice 2-drop you can trade and then still keep the brew in your hand. It also goes well with Meditate, as you always try and have at least 1 mana left over. And a 1 mana brew you can use to spend that last mana, it's always handy. Now for the first Meditate minion is Aspiring Student. For 2 mana it's 2/2 with Meditate, give your hero +2 attack this turn. So 2 damage is quite a lot on a 2 mana minion, but you don't get the effect, remember, unless you have mana left over. So essentially turn 3, or you could coin this out on turn 2, and it combos really well with your hero power as well. On to Omni Priest. For 3 mana it's 2/5 with Meditate, restore 4 health. Previously it just gave friendly minions plus health like an aura. I wanted the Monk to have strong heals. It's slightly stronger than Farseer if you can get the Meditate off, and he has a lot of health as well, so pretty resilient for a free drop. Next we have the first Amaz minion. It is Weapon Marshal. For 4 mana it's 2/5 with Battlecry, gain 1 of Charge, Divine Shield, Taunt or Wind Fury, and Meditate, gain 2 instead. So if you play him turn 5 or above, you're at 2/5 with 2 random abilities. A combo of Divine Shield and Taunt or Charge and Wind Fury are probably the best 2. On to Zen Master. For 5 mana it's 5/5 with Meditate, put a copy of an enemy minion into your hand. He might be a little bit OP of those stats, we might have to tone him down, but he's completely reliant on your enemy having a good minion out to copy. Similar to Azure Drake, you can fight your opponent head on with his own minions, one of the themes. And here's the other Amaz minion I borrowed, is Eternal Guardian. For 6 mana it's 4/6 with Meditate, gain Charge, Divine Shield, Taunt and or Wind Fury if they are on the battlefield. So it goes really nicely with Weapons Marshal and any other minions that have multiple abilities. You can duplicate them and enter the battlefield really strong. And now for the legendary. This sets up a combo finisher. A win condition for the hero is Zun the White Tiger. For 7 mana he is 4/9 with your hero has +2 attack and Wind Fury during your turn. So you can instantly attack for 4, and say the Aspiring Student is 1 combo piece. You can use that at 9 mana, 8 damage instantly. Also, continuously you can just keep attacking with your hero as long as this guy stays alive, and it goes with your hero power obviously, of course. Similar to Gromash and his damage combo, or the Druid's Force of Nature and Savage Roar. There's a lot of spells coming up as well for a big endgame burst damage. Onto the spells, the first two are simple basic attack spells. Firstly, Swift Strike. For 0 mana, give a character +1 attack this turn. So like Moonfire or Inner Rage, simple spell, it has its uses. You can use it with your hero power or even on a minion. Next one we have is Dash. For 2 mana, restore 3 health to your hero and give your hero +3 attack this turn. Somewhere in between Claw, Heroic Strike and even the new Paladin one. Some early game removal, again you can also use it with your hero power and you get some health restored. This is the primary kill spell in the deck, so think Execute, Hex, Polymorph. It is Gift of the Serpent. For 1 mana, destroy a minion with equal mana cost to one of your minions. So just to clarify, if he has a 2-drop, then you need a 2-drop. And the same with a 4, a 7, a 9-drop, etc. You need the same mana cost minion down for this to work. Pretty conditional, but it's this 1 mana very cheap and efficient kill spell. What I think makes this card really fun is it encourages you to build a deck of all different mana costs, a lot of variety. The killer combo of course is Faceless Manipulator plus this card, probably the strongest combo in the deck. And here's a secondary combo card, it is Harmony. For 2 mana, add a copy of an enemy minion into your hand. Gives you a chance to run multiple legendaries. In long drawn out games, control games especially, can be really useful. Fight your enemy with his own minions. Onto a simple damage spell is Spinning Fire Blossom. For 3 mana, deal 2 damage and draw a card. So like a bigger Shiv, efficient, kill something, then draw a card. Now for 2 board clear spells, here's the spell I borrowed from Amaz, I loved it so much. Crackling Jade Lightning. For 2 mana, deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion. If that kills it, repeat the effect of this card. So potentially you can wipe a whole board if all enemy minions are at 2 or less health for just 2 mana. Of course you might have to set this up, then it's really strong. But if not, just a one-off 2 damage for 2 is pretty bad. Onto Spinning Crane Kick. For 5 mana, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions and give your hero +3 attack this turn. So first you consecrate, then you finish anything off with a mega free attack. And again it goes with your hero power and a legendary combo finisher. Now for my favourite spell, this is exactly the same from the last monk hero, it's just that awesome. It is Storm, Earth and Fire. For 6 mana, summon 3 elemental Pandarans. A 2/1 charge, a 2/3 taunt, and a 2/2 Wind Fury. Now thanks to Amaz's menu, we actually have a sort of combo. You play this turn 6, and hopefully a few of them survive, followed by Ancient Guardian on turn 7. So you trigger the Meditate and boom, you get Charge, Wind Fury and Taunt. Onto Way of the Monk. For 1 mana, return a friendly minion to your hand and draw a card. It's the Brewmaster's effect, something with a strong battle cry or a strong Meditate, and then you can use this to replay them and still get a card as well. Now for a few healing spells. Remember, I want lots of strong healing in this monk hero. So firstly we got Zen Pilgrimage. For 5 mana, restore 6 health and draw 2 cards. So like a mini mid-game lay on hand, some decent healing and card draw. This one's super conditional but can be devastating. It is Clash. For 4 mana, destroy 2 random minions of equal mana cost. So if your opponent has 2 drops, you can kill them both instantly, or 2 4-drops as well. Obviously, experienced players will play around this and be aware of it. Next we got Desperate Measures. For 3 mana, restore 7 health, or Meditate, give your hero +5 attack this turn instead. So if you have mana left over for the Meditate, you get a big 5 attack. Or if you play this last, using up all your mana, then you get a restore 7 health instead. Very versatile, and with the legendary, for 10 mana you get a 14 damage wombo combo. Last attack one is Dragon Headbutt. For 4 mana, give your hero +5 attack this turn. Meditate, draw a card. A nice Yeti killer with a potential card draw, but you're going to be taking damage by using it. This one's really interesting. The last kill spell is Spearheaded Strike. For 1 mana, destroy a minion with mana cost less than your attack. So if you build your hero's attack up, any enemy minions who cost less, you can instantly kill for 1 mana. Big minions, it's a bit difficult to build up enough attack, so mostly early to mid game this is useful. The last card is Pandarum Festival. For 4 mana, put a copy of each enemy minion into your hand. Amaz made an Echo of Medivh and Blizzard ended up making it. I thought, why not switch it round? Fits the whole use your enemy's force against them theme. And we got a few cards that go with it as well. That's it for the Monk Hero, guys. Do let me know what your favourite cards are, and are there any you dislike or you want changed? How would you find the new hero power, and especially the new mechanic? Also, hoping to have the Death Knight and Monk playable very soon, so I'm super hyped for that. Please subscribe. Thanks guys, see you next time.